into it.
Okay, there we go. So maybe a lot of people need to realize that we haven't had the same experiences with the police that other people have. And I am mentally ill. I have PTSD, and I have PTSD from being tortured by the police, okay? Did I sustain injuries? Did I get an SSI check for? I don't only get injury, I don't get my SSI just for injuries, but that is part of it, is physical disabilities from beatings and torture sections by the cops, okay? So maybe I'm not the most cop-friendly person in the world, and I have a lot of issues with the police, especially when I was supposed to have a meeting tonight at the CRC about them using pain compliance techniques on a mentally ill person that wasn't resisting, but it's still within police policy to use pain compliance whether someone's resisting or not. So maybe the police need to tune up their little sadist manual and get their act together and stop blaming the community. I'm getting really sick of the victims being gaslighted and turned into whatever, your little toys, the police department and Cocal, and then made out to be like we're this disruptive element, when the only thing we're trying to do is voice our grievances and tell how it really is on the streets, not how everyone wants to hear it. I don't know how many people in this room have had their mom raped by a cop or a prison guard, but I have, okay? Have any of you had your parents' store burned down by the police and the mayor's son? Well, I have, okay? And that's because the police and the mayor's son were listening to their little cop buddy, their cop parents and their mayor parents talking about how they hated my hippie parents, so they went and burned down their store and bankrupted them. And then my parents lost their farm over less than an ounce of weed. Google Pamela Snow White Davis, the marijuana mama, and KIF Davis, and you can find about 100 articles on me and all the atrocities that just took place in the 90s. And as someone who's been homeless for over 10 years, and 6.5 of them right here in Portland, I've had a whole different experience than most people in this room have ever had with the police. So maybe people need to realize that, people act like they're advocates for the mentally ill and they want police reform, but they really don't want to really want to listen to people that are the actual victims, or unless they put them in these nice shiny boxes and say the way they want it to be.
But we're listening now.
You know? Yeah. So in reality, I didn't disrupt the COAB process or the COCL process. I brought things to a head and I got rid of a bunch of people that needed to go anyways. And I will continually go for the throat, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I am the go for the throat person, okay? I'm the guy with teeth that bites in, that cuts through the bullshit, that's not gonna just sit around and take it and be nice about it, you know? It's not my style. I'm not gonna passively resist and not do anything and just be all beaten on and sugarcoat everything for the police state and a regime that makes the Nazis look like good guys. Sorry, the American regime is like, you want to go on the scale of evil? We're skyrocketing way past the Nazis. And most of the ideas that the Nazis ever got, they got from Americans like Henry Ford, Margaret Sanger, who was a eugenicist who started Planned Parenthood. You can look up how she called all humans human weeds, basically. Okay, so basically, I don't buy into the whole style, and I don't buy into the system, and I see through the bullshit, and I'm not gonna just sweep it under the rug to make politicians and delusional city attorneys and cops feel like they can just bully people and get away with it. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. I will not sugarcoat, and I will continually go for the throat, and I plan on launching multi-million-dollar lawsuits against all kinds of people, including Coco, including the city attorneys. I plan on filing bar complaints on all these people. And you know, that's how it's going down. I'm not gonna back down. And maybe they need to like just put a bullet in me now, because I'm not gonna stop. Okay? Because that's how it is. You know, I'm not.